It has finally happened. After months and months of waiting and reorganizing my former guild and creating an awesome new guild, I finally have the capability to unlock Darth Traya. As you can see right here, guys, it's so amazing. And it's gonna 100 crystals or 100 credits right here, and she's unlocked. Okay, that's actually a big deal. For those of you that eventually are going to unlock Traya, you will feel the same way. I'm going to gear her up and level her up. I'm going to wait till after I do the 3PO event to put gear on him if he becomes part of the meta. But she is amazing. She still is in the top 3 players of the game with Revan. And I have enough credits to take her to 85 right away. Now, many people ask me, hey, can you do a how to mod on her? Yes, I can. Because I've done enough research on her. Oh, crap. I didn't want to spend that Omega. I've done enough research on her to know what I want to do with her. A few people in my squad arena run her with tenacity mods. They don't want her to get stunned. A few people run her with speed mods. As many of you know, I am very, very akin to running an offensive mod set on people. And trust me, she has the ability to do damage. In fact, we're going to read through her abilities right here, and I'm going to tell you how I will mod her and how I think you should mod her as well. Let's start with Deceptive Strike. I will read through the final of each part. Deal special damage to target enemy and daze them for 2 turns. Traya inflicts all debuffs on allies to target enemy for 1 turn. If any debuffs were inflicted, reduce the cooldown of Saber Storm by 1. So that would lead me to also want to put some potency on her. Next, we will look at Saber Storm. The final slot says deal special damage to target enemy and inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. If Traya has full health, deal damage an additional time and inflict ability block for 2 turns. If the target is buffed, deal damage an additional time and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. This attack can't be evaded. Whew, it can wipe you out too, by the way. Now let's look at Isolate. And it says dispel all buffs on target enemy, increase their cooldowns by 1, and inflict isolation on target enemy until another enemy is isolated or Traya is defeated. Reduce target allies' cooldowns by 1, and grant them protection up 50% until the end of the encounter. Isolation can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted, and this attack cannot be evaded. What does Isolate do? They can't gain buffs, they can't attack or gain positive effects out of turn. Allies can't attack or gain positive effects during this unit's turn, and against raid bosses, they can't gain buffs. And characters damaging this unit gain critical damage up and health steal up for 1 turn. We'll look at her leadership ability. Compassion is weakness. Sith allies have plus 40% critical avoidance and plus 40% potency. When a debuffed enemy takes damage, all Sith allies recover 10% health. When an enemy uses an ability outside of their turn, they take damage equal to 35% of their max health. This damage can't defeat enemies. When an enemy gains a buff outside of their turn, they lose 50% offense until the end of their next turn. When she came out, she was one of the characters that really started to... I think Thrawn was the first person, but kits got real complex, interesting, and fun to use when Thrawn came out. And then Traya was the... You can say CLS was, but Traya really became, you know, the character that, wow, this kit is complex. How do you use it? And then Revan is even more so. So I actually like where they're going with the complexity of the kits and the strategy that you have to use. Now we will read her Lord of Betrayal. When an ally suffers a debuff, Darth Traya gains plus 10% protection, bonus protection, stacking, until the end of her next turn. At the start of each Sith ally's turn, Traya dispels all debuffs on them and deals damage equal to 5% of their max health for each debuff dispelled. When allied Darth Nihilus or Darth Sion are critically hit or inflicted with a debuff, Traya gains plus 12% offense stacking for 2 turns. Okay, what are some of the things we have to remember? She's going to be gaining 40% potency, okay? So let's remember that and maybe run a potency set with an offensive set. You obviously are going to want some speed on her. I've seen some people run her with like a 201. But this, you're going to get the inside look of how I'm going to mod a character straight from scratch here. And I read her abilities, and I determined what I want to do with her. And when you're running her with Sion, with Nihilus, probably with Darkside Bastila, Thrawn, you can throw in Sith Trooper. I want her to deal damage. I want her to deal loads of damage, because Nihilus is going to annihilate. Sion, against some of these Jedi teams, it takes him a while to get held by hatred. if he does, he can finally start dealing massive damage. But he's the dispeller in there I like to use against these Jedi teams. He can dispel, and I don't expect him to do a lot of damage unless somebody has pain and he gets his held by hatred. I want somebody, and he is also a tank, so when he does get taunt, he's able to take damage. Same thing with Sith Trooper if I put him in. So Traya needs to be one of those characters that is the assault characters, I like to call them. So we're going to look at all the mods here. I'm going to look at offensive sets and potency sets. I am not going to run her with a speed set. Some people do. I'm just telling you, my opinion is not to run her as a speed set. I want her, that one extra turn she can go to take somebody out. You know, if she goes one less turn, but she still takes somebody out, what I'm trying to say is, you know, that extra turn isn't needed. And I have other characters that are going to be modded fastly and stuff like that too. So, of course, I want speed in the secondaries. And I wouldn't mind some potency in the secondaries. So I will look at that as well. We're going to see what mods fit this criteria here, okay? And then I'm going to sort them by speed. And let's take a look. So, this offensive mod on Revan right here has plus 21 speed. So I'm going to say I'm taking any mods off any of my other characters and modding her with the mods I think are best for her if I would use her right now. So I would take this mod from Revan and put it on her. Oh, wait, that's right. It's a Gear 12 requirement, so I can't put that on her right now. So I'll stick to Gear 11 pieces. So this one with Bastila is a potency mod, and it has a speed in the secondary, potency in the secondary as well, offense in the primary, but it is a potency mod. So we'll put this on her, okay? We're going to switch that up. So now I'm starting to get the potency up a little bit. And remember, she already has plus 40% potency. So now let's look at this spot right here. This mod with Bastila has a 16 speed with 3.75% potency. So let's put that on her. Okay, I have 2 potency mods on her right now. I'm going to put an offensive set or try an offensive set now until I get that fully out. So let's take a look here. Let's look at this offensive mod, okay, with R2, because I want to get an offensive set in there, like I said. He has plus 8 speed in the secondary, could be better, but has plus 3.05% extra potency. This is the mod that's going on her. Now, in the secondary here, preferably I am going to want a potency mod. I'm going to have to find one, and so here's the situation you get into, guys. I need to find a potency mod in this spot right here. I am going to take off the sets that I'm looking for. I'm going to put potency in the primary, take potency out of the secondary, and I'm going to look for speed. I'm going to explain why I'm going to do that. And now what we are going to do is we're going to sort by speed again. So what are the best potency mods speed-wise I have here? Well, this one on Bastila has plus 11 speed. So I'm going to put that on there because I want a potency mod in that situation. Now, some of you are going, well, how's that going to work? Now you can't get an offensive set. I'm going to have to replace some of the other mods. This is how I do it, guys. I might spend hours on this, figuring out what to do. So now I'll go back and be looking for offensive sets. Let's see. Let's look for a crit damage and speed in this right here. That appears to be on Stark, so that will go there. Excellent. I'm going to put a speed in the arrow, and it's going to be a speed mod. Perfect. I can put that on her from Wicket. And now I need an offensive mod in this spot right here. And it can't be speed in the primary, so we're going to take a look here. And R2 has a plus 13 speed and a defense. So here we go. Here's what I just did. I got her to 43% potency. Plus the 40% additional potency that she has is going to get her to 83.5% potency. Okay, some people can get her over that. I still want her to deal damage. I have a crit damage. Since I want her to assault, I have a crit damage primary stat mod on her in the triangle with plus 3 speed. Now, is plus 3 speed great? Absolutely not. When I get her to Gear 12, I can get better mods on her that are faster, but I don't have her at Gear 12 yet, so I have to put with what I have working on her. So this is what I would suggest you guys do. Put an offensive set, put that potency set if you can, and of course have as much potency in the secondaries, speed in the secondaries, and critical chance in the secondaries as possible, because crit chance is going to trigger that crit damage, which is going to do much more damage overall. Now, one thing you also have to remember, she's not geared up at all. She's going to get some equipment that will probably get this 43.5% potency. Man, I could probably get this up to 40% potency with just the mods. That gets her to 83 without 83 with the mods and with the gear she's going to have on her, plus the extra 40. That's going to get her to 120. So you got to remember, when we gear her up, she's going to be gaining some more statistics as well. So her speed is going to be higher than 202. This is going to be, she's going to have much more health, much more protection. When we put all this gear on her, she's going to get much more powerful. But this is the mod set I would run if I were you guys. Offensive set and a potency set. Now, after you put a bunch of gear on her and you find, you know what, I don't think that much potency is necessary, that's okay. Put an offense for the primary stat in the cross if you want then. That's what's great about the game, is you get to decide what you want to do with the character, how you want to work them. I am suggesting that you go offense and potency. What does it suggest here? I don't want to put these mods in. I don't want to take them off the characters I have. So I'm going to revert. You know, offense and potency. And it says that she wants an offense and crit chance set. Okay, like I said, getting crit chance in the secondaries is great. I put that potency set on her. You have to see what she's going to end up being once you get the gear on her. So, there you have it. I am so happy I unlocked Traya, honestly, guys. I cannot wait to start using her. What's going to be great in Grand Arena and Territory Wars, I'm going to be able to use her and Revan. One on offense, one on defense, both on defense or both on offense, and it's going to help me tremendously because I am going to gear her up actually very soon. I just want to wait for 3PO to come out on Friday and to see if he's going to be, is he going to be meta changing right away, and then after that, Traya is getting all of my attention. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. I'm leaving a link to my Discord page and Discord server and Patreon page in the description. Please make sure you check that out and leave comments in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this video? Do you agree with me with the mod set that I'm putting on her? Do you want to see more Traya videos? I know a lot of people don't have Traya, but a few of you asked for this video, so I was happy to oblige you. Otherwise, peace out, and may the Force be with you.